everybody, welcome back to Northernlion. Play Slay the Spire. Who were we last time? We were the Silent, and we did a good job, but we lost. And it was a weird deck. I remember now. Wait, were we here? This is a classic little Northernlion bit here. Slay the Spire 28. You go click on that. See who we're playing as. Just loading in VLC. Just give it a second. Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion. Play Slay the Spire. Nice. We were the Silent. We gave up our ability to draw 2 cards at the start of every turn, or the start of the first turn, I should say, with the ability to get extra energy every turn, but we had 6 card maximum to be played. So we're the Ironclad again. I am so ready to potentially get a victory. I think we've had some consistent play. Dude, I refuse to lose this relic to gain a random boss relic. This is so much better than random. You know what? Give me... Well, let me think about this. First shop is pretty far away. 250 gold is nice. We'll have to spend 75 to get a... Yeah, I think this is actually worth it. I'm going to take a curse. Unplayable ethereal. That's not even that bad. So the gold, we'll just go straight up, I think, here. The gold will allow us to buy a relic and then also purge the curse from our deck. And, like, to be straight up with you, I don't even think this curse is that bad. It's just a dead card. It doesn't cause us to lose any HP. It doesn't cause any badness like that. So this is 999. You won't quite die. I think I will... You know, I think I'll accept taking all of the damage because we're going to heal up anyway. And then all we need to do is draw 2 attacks on the next turn. And we'll be fine. There's 1. And there's 2. Beautiful. Relatively well played, I think. You might be bored by the armaments pick, but it's so good. If we can upgrade that early, it's amazing. Pray and transform a card? Yes. Please remove a basic strike from my deck and turn it into a 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Barricade. Can be... It's like a build around. This is what chat has told me, because I've tried to use it a few times and mostly failed, but... I think this is okay. We're actually going to upgrade it. No, we don't need to upgrade a defend to take no damage. I'd rather upgrade a strike and deal more damage this turn so we can get him closer to death. We're going to take 7. So it's a little more than I'd like to take, but not a huge problem. He's hitting us for 12. What the heck, man? So the thing with Barricade is that by default, it's too expensive. You can make it cost 2, and then if you can make it innate or something, which I don't even think is possible, but... Oh, I guess, no, it's a power, it's not a skill. No way I'm killing you, huh? 12 plus 9 is 21. You're gonna have a little HP left, so... Although you might disagree with me on this one, I'm actually gonna defend, because I really don't want to lose any more HP than is necessary. Already made kind of a mistake here. We're gonna need at least 2 attacks. We got him. 6 damage plus vulnerable, easy money. We got an elixir. Spot weakness is super good. Drop kick I think is also good, but spot weakness is worth taking. So I don't know how we're gonna build around Barricade yet. Getting a relic that allows you to start with some extra block would be nice. But see, here's the problem with Barricade in our current situation. By playing Barricade, I'm choosing to take 11 damage. That's no good. A much better turn for us here is defend, defend, take 1 damage, and spot weakness to make us substantially stronger on the next turn. No weakness, please? Oh, wound. Okay, so we will 1-tap him, which is nice, and then just bash you, and we're probably ahead of the game here. So we need to find a way to make Barricade more playable. Because this guy's vulnerable, we might have a chance at killing him here. That's going to be 12, 12, so I think he's just actually... That was 13, actually. I know you can... I'm doing the math in my head, I shouldn't, because it just shows up on the screen, but... I don't like exhausting a random card. I'm going to go for Flex again. Sinvicta has won more times than I have, and he tells me that the... He tells me that True Grit is good, but... I don't know, man. If you end your turn without block, gain 6 block. I like it. Upon pickup, choose and upgrade a skill. It's also very good. Whenever you play a power, a random card in your hand costs 0. It's also very good. I mean, it does make Barricade better. But to be able to get Toxic Egg, upgrade armaments to Armaments Plus, have 6 block at the end of a turn, and then also remove a card, I think is worth it. So we're going to get rid of Clumsy. Dead card. We could also take this and something else. Whenever you apply a debuff, they take 3 damage. Gain 2 block, draw a card. Evolve, Shockwave, Dual Wield, Clash, Searing Blow. This is really good with armaments, admittedly. I'm gonna go for money. For value, shall we say. And now, I do think that Orichalcum almost makes Barricade a little better. We're gonna upgrade a card. I think, straight up, upgrade Barricade. It's conceivable now that you could actually play it on, like, turn 1 and get 6 block and then carry that through to the next turn. Like, against this guy, if we Barricade... What if we Barricade... I guess there's no reason to defend. Can we just stack up, like, infinity block against this guy? Or is he gonna wake up this turn? He has not woken up yet. Is he waking up? He's very confused. Maybe we should wake him up? I'm a little concerned that he's gonna be very upset when he comes back to life. I don't know. Try armaments, flex, and then we got 24 block to begin with here. Let's strike him. We'll strike him again. My dude is wicked confused right now. Now he's attacking. We got 24 blocks. So we definitely want to spot weakness. I mean, the bash is perhaps a little overrated here, but we're still going to maintain 6 block no matter what here. It's a good start to do extra damage and apply some vulnerability. We're not really attacking this turn, so... I mean, you know what it does? When we get a dead hand like that, it allows us to stack up value so that we can barricade in the future, like, have more block for the next turn. So there's something to say about that, I think. It's a shame that while he was vulnerable, we weren't able to capitalize on it anymore, but... So far, this deck is looking doable. Another thing that would make Barricade work better, now that I'm thinking about it, would be, I think we can kill him this turn. Like, we'll bash for 15, he'll be at 29 and vulnerable. This will deal 24, yeah, so we can... Oh, we only have 3 energy, that's right. I'll tell you what. Keep him alive for another turn. How much would that have done? 16? Yeah, it would have done 24, so he would have lived. Hit me for 2. We're still going to heal up to beyond maximum. But anyway, anything that gives us extra energy makes Barricade more playable. That was a really good fight. We lost 2 HP against an elite. We're picking up a relic. Paper Frog. Enemies with vulnerable take 75% damage. That's amazingly good for us. I think we want to take Headbutt to self-select, and we'll be looking for some pommel strikes as well. Let's get a Smith going here. I like Spot Weakness to be better. That's pretty good. I do like Bash to be better as well, but I think Spot Weakness... The fact that it cycles, this is not 4 strength. It's not a +1 strength bonus. It's +1 strength every time you play the card. The first time you lose HP, each combat, draw 3 cards. It's looking okay. Any chance we get to another elite? No. We could hit another shot, but that seems irrelevant. I think I'm going to go boom. Boom, 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 boom. Probably a little bit too rich on campfires, but it is upgraded. Oh, I'll tell you what. Let's receive a relic to become cursed. Negate the next 2 curses you obtain. You might think that that's... I'm tickled pink by the humor there. You would be correct. So upgrade another card. This time we'll probably go for Bash. Flex, I mean, is... 3 vulnerable. As our deck gets thicker, our 1 vulnerable enabler getting stronger, I think, is worth it. We've had an extremely efficient first floor. They're gonna hit me for 7. I'm only gonna heal for 6, but to take 1 damage to enable Barricade forever might be okay. Plus, look at the card draw there. You ever think about that? So a free flex is very good. Lose 1 HP for each card in your hand. That's not so good. 8. 8. Okay, so we can't get a kill is what I'm looking for. Or can we? Headbutt, strike, strike. Yeah, it doesn't give us a bash, but... So strike is 16. We can deal 27 damage. What do we have out here that we like? Probably bring back a flex to try to get lethal next turn. All this does is buff this guy's strength. Ah, we didn't... Oh, we did lose the HP. That's true. Still, we probably will not have to rest here. This is not great. We can still hit him pretty well. Let's gain 8 block, but are we going to take 13? That's probably what it's going to deal, right? You know what? I just want to test it. Are we taking 13 or are we taking 19? We took 13. So that damage does not lie to us even when we're vulnerable. This ended up being pretty stupid because... and I mean that I was pretty stupid in the process. We're going to lose some more HP here as a result of the curse, but it's not a huge problem yet. Not even close, really. And this guy's done. I didn't want to use a potion either. To use a potion to save 1 HP is not worth it, I think. Pommel Strike Headbutt is a synergy that we're big fans of. We're going to go here and remove... Oh, it costs 100 now. Shrug It Off is worth it, though. I mean, I think that it might seem like a compromise. I disagree. Alright. No first turn Barricade. Shrug It Off. Ah! What a bummer. Either way, we're getting in some damage there. Sucks because we lost HP and then we dumped a bunch of cards that we like, but... He didn't do anything to us, really, on that turn. This is an easy one. You're going to strike. You're going to bring back, probably, like, Flex, I think. Might be able to give us lethal next turn. We get 6 block regardless. Ah, we can't attack for a turn. That is a bummer. You know what? Nobody's favorite move right there, I'll promise you that, but... We got an explosive potion back, thankfully. I think Battle Trance is well worth it. And we'll upgrade another card. I think we'll, at this point, probably upgrade Flex. Oh, no, Pommel lets you draw 2. Battle Trance Plus is also great, but... Pommel gets a huge buff. Does more damage and gives you twice the card draw. This might be, and I'm not trying to exaggerate. I think this might be the strongest first floor we've ever had. Like, we're 13 minutes in. We've pretty much been crushing the enemies. Reduced card draw sucks, but a Pommel can make up for that. We definitely want to throw Barricade in. And, at this point, I mean, Armaments gives you... It actually reduces the amount of block, and it only upgrades 1 defend, so I think you pommel him a little. I mean, you could Battle Trance, but it's just going to make Regret hit you worse, so I think you just end your turn here. And there's 3 cards anyway. Alright, what are you doing? Preparing, that's right. He does a Body Slam after this, but it's good. We got 6 block rolled over into our next turn. Just makes it a little easier for us to make this happen. We'll do a Shrug It Off. We'll probably throw in... a defend. Can we... No, there's no way we're going to deal enough damage here. So we're going to take 21. This will mean we take 16. I think I'd be okay taking 21, making him vulnerable, and then just hitting him real bad next turn. We shouldn't be having card draw reduction forever as well. Yeah, we're still fine. So we want to hit him like as hard as possible this turn, and that seems conceivably pretty easy. I mean, we could bring back a Flex and hope that we get a Strike to go along with it. Like, this Defend is a dead card. We could also just bring back a basic Strike, but I think we want to hit him. We're going to interrupt him, I think is the thing. So, we'll bring back a Flex. And then we pommel. He's interrupted. Does bring back a flex. At this point, if he's not attacking, I'm just going to use armaments to upgrade that card anyway. And we've got him on the ropes, I think. We had to take one hit, but actually, like, not a big deal at all. This turn, a little stinky so far. No spot weakness value. So, I'll tell you what. Hit you with the bash. And I don't want to put you under 29 damage. Or do I? Maybe I do. There's your interruption. The value here is that the enemies that respawn are only going to spawn with 17 HP instead of 27. And I could always use the elixir, but it just doesn't seem worth it to get rid of one card, you know? We take a little bit of HP, we're going to heal the max anyway, so it's not really a big problem. Nobody's attacking yet again, so... As much as armaments is awesome, I think you like headbutt, bring back battle trance, pommel strike. You're dead. We get battle trance and defend. Play this. Take flex. 9 damage, 9 damage. Really? Kind of thought we were dealing more than 9 damage, but either way, probably dead next turn, and we got this little baby slime, no big deal. We are extremely frail and weak. Oh, that's probably why we're not dealing more damage. Yeah, that makes actually perfect sense. You're gonna die in one hit either way, so I think it is worth like a spot weakness. Headbutt, which brings back spot weakness. And honestly, why don't you just hit me? Like I thought I had enough to interrupt you. That's completely my bad, but you might as well hit me because I'm not gonna die. So any damage you do to me is just me saving cards for the future, in my opinion. The thing is, you're gonna get like wicked interrupted. Strike. Gotta think about it. So that's only 23 damage. You're gonna come back with 9 HP, aka 0. I know that's not how it works, but I feel like it fundamentally sort of is right now. Wow, this is like actually sort of bad. We should have used Shrug It Off first, although we're not really rich in energy to begin with. And we also got lethal, so it's kind of like being a little overly precious with it. Double tap. Demon form. So the demon form is incredible, but slow. Can we afford to have demon form and barricade? If we're using double tap, what are we hoping to use double tap on? Probably like pommel strike. I think we'll just go double tap, but it did give me fits there. Potions always drop after combat is good. Heal for 10 HP instead of 6. I honestly think we should take 3 curses and 3 relics, because it'll give us 3 relics and 1 curse, thanks to Omamori. So we gain Doubt, Dreamcatcher. Whenever you rest, you may add a card. At the start of your turn, deal 3 damage to all enemies, and Happy Flower. I think these are pretty good relics, I think. We do have to remove 2 curses from our deck now, but we'll start right here. And then we'll get another one right there if we have enough gold, which we might not. Anyway, you guys are going to take 3 damage at the start of my turn to begin with. Flex for free. Was Flex upgraded? No, we should have played Armaments first then. You know, hit me a little. See if I care. I think it's worth it to gain the strength. You're going to hit me for 10. I'm not upset. At the end of your turn, gain 1 week. It's been... okay, let's think about this. Headbutt. Try to interrupt this guy. Bring back Flex. If we double tap Pommel, it'll interrupt him. But then we're going to draw Flex for no reason. Yeah, it draws a lot for no reason. Actually, we're gonna take like, this is a, oh, it's not a status, it's a curse, so we can't actually exhaust it. This is gonna hurt, dude. We might as well save ourselves a little HP, but I wouldn't do this one. Yeah, that sucked. We're not gonna take any additional damage, but that was still pretty bad. So that's the first curse to remove. I'd rather have the weakness, I think, especially considering we can just gain strength through it. It's a little too late for barricade, I think. Not a great turn. I am still happy with this deck, like, very happy with this deck. Time will tell whether Demon Form was essential or inessential, but keep in mind you're gaining extra energy now and then too. So don't forget about that. This will deal 7 damage, so I don't think it's quite gonna get the kill. We'll try to bring back, suppose like a pommel as soon as possible. Mostly for like cycling purposes. We're gonna take another 4 damage. We need, like, thorns. We don't need thorns, but on this fight, thorns would be useful. That's probably a better way to describe it. Pommel will... No, Pommel will not kill you. Strike... I don't think Strike Pommel will kill you either. You're only going to take 5. Now you should die. But barely. Okay. Clash Dual Wield Plus... There's times Clash might be acceptable. We might be able to enable it, but our deck is, I think, a little balanced. Slightly more towards block than usual. Not more than 50%, but more than usual. We don't really want to create 2 copies of Barricade. We don't... Two copies of Flex, I guess, is good, but it costs us 1 to enable it, which is annoying, so... But 2 copies of Flex for 0 is actually great. Yeah, fair enough. Alright. So we can't afford any relics. In terms of cards... Whenever card's exhausted, gain block. We didn't really build around that, so we're going to do card removal and we're going to get rid of regret. And then we can't afford the next one, so we'll just leave. I don't think we're going to be able to afford the next card removal at the shop unless we get 47 gold here. Okay, so we start with 4 energy this turn. That's really important. Probably vulnerable. You could, and I think this is actually sensible. I think you dual wield... And then you duplicate Pommel and triplicate it. Sure, we don't get to use more than 1 on this turn, but it adds another valuable card to our deck in triplicate. You know, it makes our deck stronger, I guess is what I'm trying to say. He's still not hitting me, which I think is lovely. So we'll start with an armaments to upgrade everything. We'll headbutt you, and we'll bring back... I think... Is there any chance we get lethal? This dude's at like 40 HP. If not, I think we bring back a Pommel and just throw up some block. I don't think we could kill him. Especially because we're weakened for 7 turns. He's still not attacking, though. So I think you can get away with a double tap. Pommel Strike. Pommel Strike Plus, really. And then you get a Battle Trance. We're trying to draw into Flex. Didn't get it. Instead, we got to weak faster. We should be able to kill him next turn. Even without vulnerable, we're gonna need 3 attacks, but... Hex, whenever he... Oh, he's just... It's too little too late, dude. You've goofed. Be destroyed. That went very well, thankfully. Shrug It Off, I think, is still worth taking. Iron Wave is okay, but sometimes we're going to need more block. You'll notice we're not using Barricade as much as I would like. This shop is a dead space. So I think we're going to deal with that weakness curse, unless we find a question mark that takes it off. So we're going to go left, 2 combats, hopefully we can heal, and then fight the elite. If it all goes wrong, we're going to fight the elite with less HP than I would like, which would be unfortunate. So on this turn, I don't think armaments is worth it. So we're going to bash... And we're going to strike. Sure, they would have been upgraded, but we didn't need it. We wanted to do as much damage as possible, so we The confusion adds in a layer of us possibly getting screwed, which is the dangerous part. We got a lot of 0 energy cards here. You'd probably headbutt into a card you want to get back, which in this case, I would suggest is probably armaments. A 0 mana, 0 energy shrug it off is also great. And we did hurt him this turn, and we're going to take no damage. So, it was an inefficient turn, but it wasn't that bad. He's only hitting us for 8 this turn. Armaments is way too expensive to be good. Flex that isn't free, we should think about. You gotta love a free barricade. We also have 4 energy, keep that in mind. So Shrug It Off is like good enough by itself. We didn't get any extra card draw because of Battle Trance, life goes on. Now it's a flex and a strike. We're gonna take no damage. We're gonna get debuffed in some way, but my math is all wrong, by the way, because, right, vulnerable makes them take 75 instead of 50 now. Gotta remember that. This is a bad one. This is a bad turn. Certainly you want to strike. If you pommel into a 0 energy card is what you're dreaming of. We got a lot of 3 energy cards. Not what we're looking for. So we're going to take 6 damage. Okay, spot weakness for free. Double tap on strike, I guess, unless, you know, I hate to say it. It's a weak play, but as strange as it sounds, I think it's our strongest play, although he's doing a lot more damage this turn. We're just waiting on the turn where we can actually hit him on the cheap. We have 4 energy this turn, so hit him with that. 10 damage. It's actually going to deal 17. If you armaments, you'll gain the block, upgrade this to the point where he will die. Okay, that went fine. It was a little sketchy as things went on, but that's okay. I don't know. I think you kind of like anger. Especially as it gets upgraded. And we do have a decent card draw to make it work. But Twin Strike, it's just 10 damage. But if we get double tap going on, it's 20 damage. But that's true for everything, essentially. Alright, these guys are annoying, but taking 3 damage per turn is nice. We want to kill 1 as quickly as possible. So I feel like you... without Barricade, I don't think you need to play Armaments. I think this is like a bash headbutt situation. Headbutt would do 2 extra damage, and all these cards except bash, which is already upgraded, would be upgraded, but... Who's the lowest? You're the lowest. Thus the easiest to kill. This mills back bash for us. I'm gonna try to be smarter than usual. We should have done this earlier if we were going to, but I'm gonna make sure this guy gets lethal next turn. And it cost us our energy potion, but I'm fairly unperturbed. We definitely want you to die. We're going to take 6 damage either way. I think you play the long con a little bit. Add more bashes to your deck just to get some value. And then you accept that you're going to take 6, but you've made yourself permanently stronger. And take an unenemy off the field. So we're still at equilibrium here, which I think is good. Shrug It Off is like a decent play for us here, I think. And... I mean, to double tap an Anger's not that bad. Get 16 damage out of it, but to double tap a Pommel is probably better. Let's start with the Shrug It Off. And that's a really, really good Shrug It Off for us. We're going to take 10 damage here if we do nothing else. What we have to try to do is kill an enemy. If we double tap Pommel, we'll deal 32 damage. You'll have 13 left. We'll have enough card draw to possibly have drawn into something that could help us. If we don't... The other line that I see is, like, shrug it off. You'll only take 2 damage, and you'll draw into a card that might be a little better for dealing damage. Like, I mean, okay, Battle Trance actually has a possibility of making this happen. This sounds super weird. I actually think you anger first, and then you Battle Trance and hope that you draw into anger again for 0. Didn't work, but I think it was an okay try. So we're only going to take 2 damage here. You can deal 28 damage, or you could deal 32 with 4 unnecessary card draw. Or you can take 0 and then hit for 16, but that's just going to slow us down, I think. So, actually, this guy will die at the start of our next turn anyway, so that's pretty good. I don't know if that's the best way to have played it, but it's the way we chose to do it, and I think it worked out okay. We have an elite right after this, so we do want to make sure we minimize the damage taken. We have to draw. Headbutt is actually useless here. We would rather draw from our draw pile than get something from our discard pile, which has nothing. So, the thing is, we can't kill him. If we can't kill him, we should gain 4 strength. We didn't want to bring Spot Weakness back because we want to lethal him next turn. If we can't lethal him next turn, that's substantially worse for us. So we don't want slow cards anymore. We want straight up damage. I mean, we got +8 strength, so we are weak, but we have +8 strength. Dude, this is kind of horrible. Bash will deal 13, but we need another attack, and we did get one. And it will be enough, but not really with authority necessarily. We got another elixir, which has been dead for us so far. Don't think we care about any of this. Keep the deck as thin as conceivable. This is not bad. I mean, these enemies are really annoying, but they are going to take 3 per turn. This is not a good turn for a barricade. But it's not a good turn for much. So I think if we can play Barricade without it weakening us too much on this turn, we're pretty pleased, actually. And we'll just try to strike at this guy in the back. As always, like, turn 1 is going to be the most dangerous here. Most of the time. We can always use our elixirs here. It's not like they're going to be worth more later. Okay, so you certainly want to flex. Anytime a card is free, you want to pop it, but we're going to start with armaments to make every other card better. Then we can pop anger for free. And I think you definitely just... I mean, we exclusively have blocks, so you shrug it off. You shrug it off again. You pass turn. We got 27 block. It's exactly as much damage as they're going to deal to me. So we got a little ahead. Not by much. But we're not going to be in a bad spot, which is the important part, I think, moving forward here. So we're going to take 28 damage this turn. We certainly want to lethal that guy. I think either way you want to shrug it off, but if you're going to shrug it off, you probably want to throw in a headbutt first. So what do we want to get back? This is weird. I think you start with a pommel. And you headbutt. We don't have enough energy to make it work, unfortunately. Anyway, this guy's dying, which is good. Choose to take 17 damage. Not good. But it looks like we will make it through this. We can rest. We haven't rested yet at all, so... this is an easy one. We don't need to exhaust the wounds, but we could if we chose to. I'd rather... The thing is, it would just take the wounds out of our deck right now. This is where Barricade looks fine, but... it wouldn't take the weakness out of our deck, so it would only take the wounds out. So we didn't really get much ahead of them here. I'd rather save them for when there's burns, because the burns actually deal damage to us. 9 damage, 9 damage. We probably want to spot weakness. The thing is, we just want to make sure we can actually hit like lethal this turn. So let's plan it out. If we dual wield anger... Oh, you should definitely dual wield anger. You'll get 3 0 energy... Yeah, okay, so that's our play. Even if double tap would also work. Like, double tap still might be the right call. And then it would be like, this. We're taking no damage. And our deck is now full of 0 energy cards. Now, we need the card draw to get through it. But we're going to be ahead of this guy, which is real nice, because it was looking dangerous for a minute there. Certainly will anger. The danger here is we're filling our deck with cards that are extremely efficient, but not that potent. You know, it's like a 1 kilocalorie meal that's has high biological availability. I don't know what I'm talking about. I can't believe you're not going to die this turn, by the way, but... It's just because we have so many wounds. Mind you, it still doesn't make sense for us to have used exhaust, because this dude is dead next turn anyway, even if we didn't get anything to kill him here. Alrighty. Still going. Anchor. Start each combat with 10 block. So good with barricade. I don't know if I like any of these. Cost 1 less energy for each time you lose HP in combat, deal 18 damage. We can get that for free maybe eventually. It's kind of a dead card to be... let's try to make it work. We need some more potency. We were just saying it ourselves. Rest, please. Oh, and when we're resting, we can add a card. Sure, add a flex. I actually thought we'd have to choose to add a card, but to just get one on the house is extremely nice. You know what? I don't love it, but I will choose to gain max HP. Healing is 50% more effective during combat. Effectively useless for us right now. We're going to rest. I don't think we want any of those. Thank you, though. We'll get into another fight versus an elite. It's Painful Stab Man. I don't like this guy. I think you can come up with the sensible reason why. I think I'm going to choose to take damage. That way we get card draw, and it also makes that one other card that I forgot the name of deal more damage, or not deal more damage, but cost less energy. Blood for blood, yeah. So, I like a shrug it off. Might as well throw in a little flex. Tell you what, give me a little battle trance now that we've done so much card draw. Do me a favor, give me an armaments on this turn. Get angered, my friend. There's many ways we could have played that turn. This way causes us to take no damage, but it also burns a valuable turn of vulnerable without really hurting him that much. This is a flex, followed by a pommel, followed by 2 defends. Well, no, this time we're gonna bash. It's followed by no defends, because I would rather take 15 damage than take 11 damage and not have provided him with some vulnerability. Dude, this guy is going for broke. We will... I mean, armaments is not amazing here, but we'll do it anyway. We don't need a double tap that much. We're going to take 11 damage here. Starting to get concerned, not going to lie to you. He just... Oh, okay, he's dealing 30 this turn. That's a lot. That's a lot of damage. Headbutt can give us a card to draw. We would probably like to draw either a 0 energy card that could possibly kill him, or another Shrug It Off, which we do not have access to, or a block. And if we're going to gain a block, we should definitely take armaments. Now we begin the test here. So deal 15. So he's not going to die, which means we should armaments to upgrade all cards. And you should be dead next turn, but we're going to be at 16 HP, or 21 HP, I think, actually. 20. Wow. Okay. We gotta kill him this turn. If we don't kill him this turn, we probably die. He's dead. Life's good. Kind of like a Twin Strike Plus. I kind of see it, if that makes sense. I see the value. Now, we're not taking any damage this turn. I want to flex. By the way, kind of... Auric Calcium is now useless on turn 1, but could be great for the future. I would like to bring a flex back, but we can choose 2 cards to bring back. Why not throw in a Twin Strike here, which is really good against him, actually. And then... Headbutt. Oh, here's the reason why. Because after we play Pommel Strike, we're not going to draw into the cards that we want. It's extremely valid. But this was still kind of bad. Anyway, you're dead. So now we'll bring Flex back on our next turn. Yeah, we're figuring it out slowly but surely. Slowly, albeit surely. Alright, so every time we play a non-attack card, shuffle a Daze into the deck. Enjoy your days. Enjoy your days. We wanted the card draw there. Enough damage to not make me very upset about what happened there. He siphoned our soul. Siphon your soul. Siphon your soul. Rest assured, I'm aware, the longer this fight goes on, the more dangerous it gets. And that's really what he's banking on. Now he's going to start hitting us. We're only taking 10 this turn. Let's minimize it regardless. Work through some penalties and we'll hit him. I think I'm going to drink an exhaust potion just to make our deck a little bit more consistent again, because that was potentially getting into a dangerous area. We're still not lethal. We have 4 energy. I think that's almost like dual... No, dual wield is not great here, actually. Armaments costs us a block, but it does upgrade our damage. You think we can get him? 10 damage will take him down to 22 with vulnerable. Then we would need to hit him with the strike. That's not going to deal 22. We could duplicate a strike. Bash and 2 strikes might do it. This costs 1, so we'll be at 3. Then we can't do bash and 2 strikes. So you definitely want to bash him. It's going to deal 13. Armaments will not take us close enough. I don't think it's worth even using armaments in this case, then. Are we really going to let him hit us this hard? I almost don't think we have a choice. We're going to be at 3? And we have to kill him. We need to hit him once. That'll do. Oh, man. A little scary. I'll take another Armaments Plus. It's a good card. Decent time for a rest. I don't think we need another Twin Strike. I think we're dealing okay with our current situation. We're doing fine. We're doing fine. We're doing fine. Just don't lose it here, and you're setting yourself up for success. You definitely armaments, shrug it off, and hope for I was going to say a barricade. That doesn't really make sense. And we'll duplicate blood for the blood god just to hopefully make it better in the future. Allow me to alt-tab here briefly. Give me a sec. En route, but will be like 5 mins. Alright, so everything is randomized cost now, which is very bad. Like, extremely very bad. We have basically made no progress at taking this guy out. So every time things cost a lot of energy, I find myself mildly upset. 11 damage twice, or bash and deal some vulnerability, because we can't actually do both. Hit him with that. You know what? Hate to do it, but I think at this point, make him weak as fast as possible. Hopefully reap the benefits later. A free flex. An expensive flex. Well, we definitely want to flex once. We're not going to take any damage this turn, which is nice. You're going to get hit pretty badly. Is it worth... I don't know. We don't really have a good turn for energy here. Let's do this and hope to draw into zeros. We did draw into a 0 armaments, which is kind of nice. With 2 energy left, I think you strike. Yeah, he's almost dead. And we are going to take 1. Why? I thought Orichalcum would have taken us to 5. I don't know. Maybe we... Oh, because of a curse? Maybe? Either way, you're dead, but it was close. Oh, healing effects are doubled. So we're actually gaining 12. Or, sorry, 9 at the end of each combat. That's really nice. Give me a dropkick. I think we can enable it. We're going to do a very quick rest. Into... I mean, Headbutt has not been that great for us, to be honest. I think we can skip this, even though Sword Boomerang could be good, especially with our strength gain. I don't know, this deck has gotten a lot scarier as time has gone on. You didn't start vulnerable. I don't like that. I'm going to duplicate Dropkick. I think we can find a way to enable it, and whenever we draw it, we're mostly going to be pleased. I probably should have enabled, or sorry, triplicated Twin Strike, though, because it's so good against these guys. Maybe, at least. It's an acceptable turn for armaments, I think. Spot Weakness is always a good long-term play. We're going to take 2 damage, and whatever this debuff is. We don't have great across-the-board damage. They all gain strength, huh? It's 48 damage. We could definitely kill one of you, but I think it's a barricade... Barricade, defend only saves us 4 damage. So as ridiculous as it might seem, I think you go for that. It only gives us the extra 4 block, so I think taking a more offensive approach is probably better, but this is gonna hurt. This is hopefully the most dangerous this run ever gets. We're gonna be at 21 HP. Not a lot. Okay, so we want to flex for certain. You probably want to pommel strike before you battle trance. And I don't want to, like, super overkill anybody, so... But no matter what we do, we're going to end up overkilling somebody. Probably. Unless we let this guy live and he just dies next turn, which is also good. I think you probably battle trance first. We could bring back... No, that's great. Yeah, bring back Blood for the Blood God. So Headbutt first. And this is like... It's such an overkill that it feels wrong, but it also takes so much damage off of the board that it feels so right. And this is actually extremely good, because now we get Anger, which will kill him, and then this will deal 24 to him. Okay, I believe. That's every debuff in the book. But we've gotten ahead of him now, and he's going to summon things next turn. This is great for us, because we can bash. We get a free dropkick. You know I was thinking it. And because we have... He is vulnerable? Because we have Barricade, I think this is the right turn for that. Dang. There goes our dropkick. We can headbutt and bring dropkicks back, though, to enable them. On this guy, at least. Flex. Twin Strike. If we headbutt and then Twin Strike, you're done. Please bring back a dropkick. I believe. I have the power inside of me. He's still weak. Hit him with that drop. Shrug him. This is where Barricade becomes good. Oh, look at that. Give him a little anger. We should have duplicated anger. Ahead of say. I can't believe we're going to win here. At least on floor 2. Things looked mad dicey. But we're still alive. And this turn, we wouldn't even be lethal. I mean, we already have 24 block right out of the gate. You're not going to die. I'd like to shrug it off into something more valuable. So this, nobody's going to be super happy with this play. But we do put up more block than we need. We probably should have just gone aggro on the torch dude that he summoned. But life goes on, life goes on. No bash, unfortunately. You definitely flex. You open with a good pommel. You might as well armaments. And just keep smacking that guy. He summoned another torch, bro, I'm assuming. And we're going to come out of this ahead, which is kind of amazing. No bash. Very upsetting. You're actually going to die. And we're not. I know, it's a big surprise. We're at 12. Well, we might die. We probably won't, though. So we should select the card to come back. Do we have blood? No, blood for the blood god is about to get drawn. So let's put a pommel in here and start getting a combo going. No need for battle trance. We'd be trying to draw into anger, which is plausible but unlikely. 23. 20. That'll do it. Okay, we lived. It wasn't exactly supremely amazing combat, but I'm gonna take Berserk, even though I doubt we're gonna be able to enable it. Ugh. I'm gonna try Philosopher's Stone. Strong enemies, but we'll be able to have some more energy. I don't like giving enemies strength, but I definitely prefer to see intense. Anyway, for now, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. It's a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Gotta go.